In the last parts of our program, we make use of the state-of-the-art deep learning framework developed by Google called TensorFlow. TensorFlow works in a peculiar way, but one of its main characteristics is that it works with tensors. So, it is only right that we introduce tensors now. The mathematical concept of a tensor could be broadly explained in this way. A scalar has the lowest dimensionality and is always 1 by 1. It can be thought of as a vector of length 1 or a 1 by 1 matrix. It is followed by a vector, where each element of that vector is a scalar. The dimensions of a vector are nothing but m by 1 or 1 by m matrices. Okay. Then we have matrices, which are nothing more than a collection of vectors. The dimensions of a matrix are m by n. In other words, a matrix is a collection of n vectors of dimensions m by 1, or m vectors of dimensions n by 1. Furthermore, since scalars make up vectors, you can also think of a matrix as a collection of scalars, too. We know all that already. Let's get to tensors. Now, a tensor is the most general concept. Scalars, vectors, and matrices are all tensors of ranks 0, 1, and 2, respectively. Tensors are simply a generalization of the concepts we have seen so far. An object we haven't seen is a tensor of rank 3. Its dimensions are k by m by n. It can be thought of as a collection of matrices. In terms of programming, a tensor is no different than an ND array. And in fact, tensors can be stored in ND arrays, and that's how we often deal with the issue. Let's create a tensor out of 2 matrices. Our first matrix, M1, will be from the first example. The matrix M2 will be a different one with the elements 9, 8, 7, and 1, 3, minus 5. Now, let's create an array, T, with 2 elements, M1 and M2. After printing T, we realize that it contains both matrices. It is a 2 by 2 by 3 object. It contains 2 matrices, 2 by 3 each. All right. If we want to manually create the tensor, we would need to write this line of code. As you can imagine, tensors with lots of elements are very hard to manually create, not only because there are many elements, but also because of those confusing brackets. Usually, we would load, transform, and pre-process the data to get tensors. However, it is always good to have the theoretical background. This will do for now. Thanks for watching.